Hello guys, we are live from the Bro Joe for the Fictional Fight Club, aka our 1 year conversation. Yay! Woo!
For RKO out of nowhere.
RKO out of nowhere. That is a Zach reference. It's weird that Zach didn't say that one and it was Gil.
I was actually picking up lettuce, so I didn't hear what you said.
That's understandable. I am Kian Ibanez, and I am here today with...
A man who's eating a chicken sandwich.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to give yourself a title.
Oh, yeah. Kian Ibanez, the not good fight picker.
Yeah, you do really.
That's accurate, yeah.
I have some solid ones. You guys just shoot them down.
You're garbage.
I mean, the one he just said was pretty decent.
What was it?
I don't want to say it. It was Black Widow versus
Catwoman.
That was decent.
Rather than
I don't
Black
know
Cat
anything
versus
about it,
Catwoman.
but...
I could just see that one playing out better than Black Cat versus
Yeah,
Catwoman.
probably, yeah. Anyway, no, Eli Brown, local kaiju slayer. Yeah, there you go. It's topical. I don't need a Jaeger, I just kill him with my own 2 hands.
Like Jägermeister or just Jaeger?
I drown them in Jaeger.
Drown them in Jägermeister?
Started pouring it in the oceans, they just can't even get out.
They're all drunk.
That's reasonable, yeah. 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 And you are... I don't know who's next.
Gilberto.
That's his intro. Eli said it for him. And then clueless to these fights, Zach.
Yeah, you are. Yep.
Most of the time, because I don't even know who we're talking about.
You should know these two.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You should know these two.
I should know.
Wait, how do you not know who we're talking about most of the time? What?
I didn't know who the Halo guys were versus the
Republic Commandos.
Yeah.
Have you never played Halo?
No.
Good Christ. We need to
He
play.
has played Halo, he just has not played through its story.
Yeah, I've just been getting whooped by Gil in one-on-one.
We need to play through Halo story here, boys.
So the one thing I
Bad.
would,
There's 4 of us. You don't even have to do anything.
the one thing I'd like to bring up while we're here is that we've had a gag fight that's been on the ropes because John's been missing and we didn't do research on it the last time. Well, I did research and I did a ridiculous amount. Like, we've had 3 weeks to plan this shit.
I was told I didn't really have to do research on it, so I didn't.
And you went all in on this one, Keith.
I went all in on Tony the Tiger versus Tiger.
Kian's been fucking telling us facts like for the last 3 weeks. He's like, "Do you guys know Tony the Tiger has this?"
He has
like, I don't care, Kian.
Outrageous boner for felines right now.
Oh yeah.
So
he's a big furry.
at the poll, it was 68% Tony the Tiger, 32% Tigger.
That's fair.
Out of 19
I can see how people would think that the
votes.
buff-looking tiger would probably beat the shit out of the stuffed animal tiger.
Yeah.
I would assume so, but you would be surprised there, Eli. Fun fact.
Are you seriously going to say Tigger's going to beat Tony the Tiger?
Tigger has some incredible feats.
Yeah, they're incredible. Not incredible, but credible.
Tigger is able to shoot himself like a cannon, which would bring enough impact. Had enough impact to break like a giant tree, and I looked at the tensile strength of like an oak tree and what would it took to like break it.
There's tomatoes on this.
So there's that.
Oh, and there's our local forces.
Yeah, save the world. I'm not really surprised that Tigger lost this though. Like I was telling these guys, Tony has had the ability to uproot trees 2 at one time, and able to stretch his arms about the size of him. Plus, Tony, when in contact with Frosted Flakes, can become super powerful, gaining the power of transformation. He can have armor.
Guys, let's keep drugs out of our sport.
Yeah, so Tony the Tiger is just ridiculously strong, and so it was nice to see this. But I do have,
nice to see.
It's nice to see it. But I do have this one thing I would like to bring up from 3 episodes ago when we were talking about Natsu versus Elsa, and I just was recently watching the Frozen movie back over. Not because I wanted to, it's because I was watching someone else's shitty kid. But, Gil, Zach, I would like to point this final counter argument within this Frozen versus Natsu fight. There is a scene where Elsa is like telling Anna to leave her alone, and Anna's like singing this gay song, like she's like, we could be friends forever, and then Elsa's like, leave me alone, and shoots a wave similar to the wave used to freeze Arendelle in Eternal Summer into Anna's heart and freeze her internally. When the Troll Kings goes and gets a hold of her because Kristoff is apparently chill with the trolls or whatever, the Troll King says, there is no way to cure this. This is going to freeze her from the inside. And Kristoff asks, will any heat do anything? He's like, it'll only hinder the process. So,
Do you know why that's bullshit? Because the cure to that was true love.
that doesn't matter. That
is
doesn't matter.
bullshit.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't
Now,
matter.
to be
Because
fair, true love and friendship is a common theme in fairy tale. That's bullshit.
That's true. That's true. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
Not you. Your argument is bullshit.
That
Because
counts as a
that
killing
means they
blow.
would have to have had bypassed all of her exterior just to shoot at her heart.
That's a killing blow.
You could have froze the skin,
That's a killing blow.
But it didn't.
but it could have.
It just
I mean,
bypassed
did you
her-
ever look at her bare chest? You don't see that in the movie. Come on.
That's
I'm
a
like,
ki-
ow, I'm frostbitten. I should probably consult a doctor.
But that's a killing
Catches
blow.
right the fuck
That
out.
counts as a killing blow. That should be put into the argument of why
It's not
Elsa
an
should
instant
win.
killing blow, though.
I know, but it yes, Natsu can prolong it by using his heat, but sooner or later that will kill him.
Not if he has true love, because that's the cure.
There's no true love that Natsu has.
Falls in love with Elsa.
For
Zach
sh-
got it.
Yeah, no. That's my final canny argument as to why I think Elsa would beat Natsu. Sorry, this is just like, it's not like it's been stewing
You're
in me.
bringing this up. It's been stewing.
Yeah, a little bit. Because fucking Sam was like, oh, I don't know, Natsu. I was re-listening to it, and he's like, I'll just choose Natsu. I'm like, you piece of shit. I'll just choose Natsu.
If
Later,
it would
he
have been the
sided
other
with us.
way, Gil and John would have been calling me a piece of shit.
I mean, you are regardless. 'cause you just won the
Regardless,
fight.
you are a piece of shit. But,
To these fights.
yeah,
Yeah,
to these
that's-
fights. But that was my counter argument I wanted to put in. But we are here today to, while we're also here, we might as well think of a secondary fight just in case we can't do the fight in 2 weeks if John can't make it again. John has been doing Lincoln Solaire, so let's shoot out a couple of ideas for fights. I have this idea for a fight. Someone actually messaged me about this fight. Someone asked if Edward Elric versus Harry Potter would be a fair fight.
No.
Who is Edward?
On Harry Potter's behalf or Edward Elric's behalf?
Not fair on Harry Potter's behalf.
I don't know who.
Can't
Edward
Harry
Elric
Potter
is.
kill people though?
Yes, but does he?
No.
Ever?
Can't he what?
Kill
With
people.
once with Voldemort on purpose. Any other time, not really.
You gotta take away them again. Okay, this is. I get that there's like a morality thing, but this is like fight or flight, kind of like.
All right, he's still dead though,
Why?
Who's
because Edward Elric has had training. He's learned about the way the properties work in his world.
Okay,
He has
okay.
extensive knowledge.
Who's
What if we did this
Fuck is
fight?
Edward Elric?
Yeah.
He's an alchemist from Full Metal Alchemist. What if we did
well,
this
then, yeah,
fight?
Harry Potter's probably fucked.
What if we did this fight? And you can shoot it down. It is a JoJo fight. You can shoot it down.
Shooting it down.
But Jonathan Joestar from Phantom Blood from Part 1 versus Edward Elric.
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
I
We
still
could even
feel-
go Joseph. Because Joseph has a higher advantage because Joseph uses much better techniques.
I still feel like the Elrics would win, or just Al.
It would just be Ed.
Yeah, he would still win.
I don't think so.
Their hormone is made specifically to damage vampires.
I know, but they have they've used hormone to do other
they've used
ridiculous
it-
shit.
Yeah.
Like Zeppeli was able to make like hormone bubbles that are like spitting shurikens. I was just recently watching JoJo, so like that's the only reason I'm bringing up JoJo because like Fun fact, Death Battle really got me interested in rewatching JoJo, so I watched all 4 series. I'm like, yeah!
Alright. Any
Yes,
other
but
ideas?
Did any other ones use any? Did the Joj stars use any ranged attacks? They're primarily melee.
I would argue she hasn't been adapted to the anime, but Jolene
No.
and... No, I was going to say Jolene and alternate universe Jonathan have range. Like, Tusk is a range stand for a Act 1, but like Acts 2 and 3 aren't. They're more melee. They end up becoming more like a Joseph, a typical Joestar stand. And Eli's looking at me like, Eli's looking just confused.
Not even looking at you now.
I still think Star Fox versus Rocket Raccoon would be a fun
I
one.
was
just
trying to
'cause-
think of one because I have one that I know Keaton won't like that has been in the back pocket. Because I don't want to do another Lord of the Rings and Warcraft one.
Oh, the fucking Gimli versus the goddamn other dwarf.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
goddamn other dwarf.
Goddamn other dwarf.
Yeah. I think Star-Lord versus Boba Fett would be a good fight.
No.
I don't.
Star-Lord.
Casey Jones versus Negan. I think
No.
that'd be a reasonable
See, you
fight.
gave a really good one once. That was Casey Jones versus somebody.
Casey Jones versus Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought that one was good.
Yeah, I can see
Do we
that.
want to
Two
do?
vigilantes.
Do we want to do that?
Yeah.
Vigilantes, they're
So-
like not well equipped really.
One of them's really bad at it.
The only problem I see is that like Kick-Ass actually fucking murders people.
Casey Jones murders people too.
Does he? I just remember
knocked
him using
the
a hockey stick.
Like in the original comic,
Jesus.
yeah, shit, someone's dying. He knocked the shit out of someone and I think he beat him to death.
I'm fine with it though. I'll
Okay.
Find out.
All
Let's
right,
just
so-
assume that they can both kill. I just.
Yeah.
We're doing Casey Jones versus Kick-Ass. Who's gonna do the research on who?
Not it.
I'll do the research for Kick-Ass
God
then.
damn it.
I mean, we haven't had Zach do any
All
research.
right.
What?
What?
I'll do the research on Casey Jones, I guess.
I'll do the research on
It's
Kick-Ass.
gonna be ass.
So we've decided on that one then?
Zach, you also do research on Casey Jones.
Alright.
And Gil will be my partner, and he'll do some research on Kick-Ass.
Split into teams.
There we go. Team Gil and Kian, Team
John
Zach
will
and
do,
Eli.
John will do research on both.
And Solaire and Link.
And Solaire.
If he
And
hasn't
Gimli.
already.
And what? No.
And
Speaking of which,
Did we ever decide who won with Tigger and Tony?
oh,
yeah, we-
Tigger,
Fuck.
not
Said
Tig.
Tigger.
Tony. Tony wins.
You never fucking told us about anything they do. I don't know. shit.
All right. So statistically speaking,
Like you
Tigger
said, you
Tigger
can-
weighs about 280 pounds.
Really? Holy fuck.
The song, I'm going by the song of, he
The
said the
wonderful
wonderful
thing
thing about Tigger is Tiggers are made of fun. We've got
Then I weighed fun.
tops we've got our tops made of rubber and tail springs in our tails. So the heaviest spring that had the tensile strength for the thing that I needed weighed about 20 pounds.
What the
And then the heaviest rubber that was like, I chose elasticity for my rubber and like bounceability, so it would be soft rubber and not hard rubber. It was about 25 pounds per cubic feet, and Tigger is approximately 3 feet. So he's
It's fucking dope.
roughly around like 175 to 200.
Jesus, man.
It's
A
a
stuffed
roughly.
animal.
Do you understand how buff Christopher Robin would have to be to even pick him up?
Right, I
Because he
understand.
has done that multiple times.
I understand this.
Later
but
in life, Christopher Robin would be just like huge and tattooed. Fucking
His wife
jacked.
would be so happy
Fucking
with
No,
this.
you gotta remember. You see, I went by the
Fucking
context of the.
curling Tigger.
Probably
Yeah,
wears
like you.
wife beater tank tops.
I went by again. You gotta
Does
remember.
not actually beat his wife.
Has like a gold cross chain.
You see, once again,
Wears a black beanie on his
you guys gotta remember. I went by the concept of how much, like, I went by the song saying he's made of rubber and springs.
Yeah, I know.
So the concept of he's made of rubber and springs was like, well, we initially don't know what Tigger is made of.
Truth be told, I think that Tony weighs more than him, probably.
The average male tiger weighs about 310 pounds to
Yeah,
610
right.
pounds.
And you also said he has super strength. Right?
He also has the average
Conjures armor.
conjures
That's
armor.
what I remember.
Tigger
He can throw trees too.
Tigger is actually highly durable. He has a high vertical jump, jumping about 300 feet, and then his horizontal jump is more ridiculous if he winds himself like a top, going about, I think roughly, if I was like reading the angles right, it was like 600 feet. Propeller Tigger jump.
Wow.
Yeah.
Propeller.
The only
What's his
downside
finishing
on
move?
Tigger is that he has no offensive.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I don't see how he's gonna kill Tony.
He has no
bounces
offensive
around.
attack unless he uses like a cannonball method of falling on him like a rock. But as I've explained, inertia will kick in and he'll only fall at a certain rate.
What did
Like-
you say about terminal velocity though earlier, Gil?
He'd have to reach terminal velocity on his way down for his speed to stop increasing.
Which he's got enough velocity. Like I think it was like over 20,000 newtons of force when he hits. Like he has enough to like give you a concussion. Like I don't think he has enough to like kill you.
20,000 newtons could probably kill you, but I don't see him landing on Tony. No,
But
Tony,
I also-
Tony has armor.
And also, I brought that concept up because I was arguing with someone who's like, but if he falls, he's gonna hurt someone. I'm like, yeah, that's understandable. But just because I drop a fucking penny off the goddamn Space Needle doesn't mean it's gonna kill someone when it drops. It's velocity. It's just inertia.
Yeah,
Inertia's a fun thing to talk about.
physics.
Yeah. Well, someone's like, what about a comet? I'm like, the comet is fucking huge. Holy shit.
Take a look outside.
What did you do, Zach?
I
Why are you blaming Zach?
didn't do shit! Yeah, what the fuck,
What
man?
did you do, Zach? Did you murder someone?
No!
Oh,
What
God.
the hell's wrong with
I'm in a
you?
room of minorities, so I'm out of here.
No, but like,
I mean, that's reasonable.
that's very reasonable. Tony the Tiger, though, Tony the Tiger is like more dumb because, as we've all known, that commercial cartoon mascots don't really have lore that goes with them. So like marketers will just do whatever. Tony has super speed, super strength, ability to create armor that is not his flesh, is metal. Can transform and shapeshift. He shapeshift into a swan, a helicopter, and a jackknife.
Why did
When
Jack
has
know?
that happened?
Because it's the he did the jackknife dive. The jackknife is a type of dive where you start like this, and when you dive, you curl your body in and then open up. Yes, that's the jackknife dive, and that's he has the ability to turn into a switchblade, basically.
That's horrifying.
Yeah,
Somebody should see him about that.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna probably say Tony,
Same.
because I don't see how Tigger would kill him really.
Especially if all it does is just bounce around.
Yeah. Give it like a 2 to 8. Favor of Tony.
I'm also going to go with Tony the Tiger
Same.
because, like I said, I found a new speed feat while I was just hanging out with someone, and I looked. He eats Frosted Flakes. He gains super speed. Runs around the world. I was like, that's stupid.
Who comes up with this stuff?
Frosted with cocaine.
Who comes up with it? People trying to market the
People who don't
fuck
give
out
a
of
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. What powers haven't we given him? Give him those.
Give him lightning powers.
We have not made him a god yet.
Tony the Tiger coming to the Avengers soon.
And the next Frosted Flakes commercial is just Nick Fury just comes out, I want you to be a part of my Avengers. But yeah, Tony the Tiger definitely wins.
Yeah, Tony.
Alright.
Like, this isn't even a
It's
contest.
a clean sweep.
I've had to wait 3 fucking weeks, and like I was just down with just doing just the initial math that I did, and then John's like, "Oh, I haven't done research for Solaire. Oh, I'm not gonna be here, guys." I'm like, "Oh well, I guess I'll just keep researching this." And like, I'm like,
It gave him the weirdest tiger-related boner.
dude,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
kind of want to put Tigress from Kung Fu Panda against someone.
No.
She would have been
No.
a way
You
better.
stop.
No, I'm just saying.
Stop.
She would have been a way better combatant against Tony the Tiger. I know that,
It's too
like,
late now.
Probably still would have died though.
yeah, she would have. She would have.
Yeah.
No, she controls Kwai though. So like
Tony's
with
like
the
a
power of
fucking
Ki,
superhero.
she could possibly like.
No.
disintegrate that armor.
Dead.
Tony the Tiger creates matter.
He can run around the world from eating a bowl of Frosted
Yeah.
Flakes.
It's cocaine flakes.
So if he eats a bowl before the fight even begins, he's gonna bitch slap.
He's
her like
always eating
50
Frosted
times.
Flakes.
I also kind of want to put Po from Kung Fu Panda against Kuma from Tekken. I think that'd be a fun
Probably
fight.
Jack Black would win that one.
Just because it's Jack Black.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. He brings along all of his Tenacious D baggage with him. So, I mean, that's-
Alrighty, so we haven't done this in a long time, and we don't really have a normal fight to talk about.
You know what?
But
Why are you looking at me?
it is time for Zach Doesn't Know Shit. Fuck.
I forgot we were doing this. It was supposed to happen like a week ago.
Yeah, he told me that as well, and then it never happened, and I was like, oh, okay. I guess I saved face for another
Thought
day.
we forgot.
You did forget.
Yeah,
I may have forgotten, Zach,
But he remembered now.
but I
Then we
remember
remembered
now.
2 days later.
Alrighty, Zach, who is this person?
Spock from Star Trek.
And
Now
what's
who's the
his-
actor?
I don't know.
Really?
You discussed
He's dead. He's right up there with George Lucas.
Like, he's definitely known. Like, what does he say?
He was also like
Live
the,
long and prosper.
Okay.
Okay.
What is he?
I don't know.
What is
Like
he?
his
I
race.
don't know.
What's his race?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
It's a Roman god.
Mm.
He won't
No,
know.
we won't know.
I don't expect any.
I'm really glad you knew this one, Zach. This is getting
Well,
better.
of course, he's like a pop culture.
Well, anyway, that's Leonard Nimoy.
And he's a
Oh, that's the one. For some,
Yeah.
I kept thinking of the new one from the newer Star Trek movie, Zachary Quinto, but I knew it wasn't Zachary Quinto.
And who is
Thank you,
this?
Big Bang Theory. That's Uncle Ben from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
And what does
trilogy.
Uncle Ben tell Peter?
With great power comes great responsibility.
You're getting better at this.
Hell, I didn't.
I watched Spider-Man.
Who is
Oh
this?
my god.
He's that dude from that one weird trial anime game thing. I
He's
don't know
not
his
wrong.
name.
He's not wrong.
I don't know the name of the game or the character.
The name of an avian mythology bird.
What the hell is that?
Do you know what he screams?
You know what avian means?
Like, dude,
No.
Gil and I have referenced this numerous times.
Bird.
Well, yeah, but
It's on
forget
fire.
it.
Do you know what he screams?
Isn't that a phoenix?
Yes,
Yeah.
you're halfway there.
Okay.
What's the opposite of wrong?
Right.
Okay.
Then put those together.
Which one? The
Oh my
birds
God.
or the
Both. Put them together.
phoenix? Right.
There we go.
But what is he?
I don't. What?
What
do you mean,
is he? What is he?
Like, what's his job?
What's
his
is he a
occupation?
lawyer?
Yeah, okay. What does he scream?
I don't know.
What do most lawyers scream out in a fucking law?
Objection?
There we go.
I thought it was gonna be something else.
No, he screams objection.
I'd be like, "You're wrong,"
I
or some
screamed
shit.
objection. I've never played the games. I just know. Oh my god.
I know it's from Futurama, but I can't think of his name.
Holy
fuck.
I can't think
Fuck.
of.
You don't know who Joe
It's what he
DiMaggio
does.
is? Get the fuck
It's
out
what
of
he
here.
does.
I can't remember his name.
Oh my god! This is the fucking one!
Also, his middle name.
I seriously
And
cannot
then
remember his name
Rodriguez.
for the life of me.
Oh my
I can't
Do you
remember,
remember
right
what
now.
he says?
No,
Holy shit.
I don't watch Futurama that much.
It's his name, then his middle name is basically the same thing, and then it's Rodriguez.
Really? I thought he just had one, like just one name.
No.
Not like a full name.
He has a full
He
name.
has a full name that they pull out every now and then just to be funny,
Oh,
because it's stupid.
I don't know his name.
Oh my god.
Do you want to just do a shot in the dark here?
Oh.
My mind for some reason keeps saying Bart, but that's wrong.
No, it's with
That's
a
The
B.
Simpsons.
It starts with a B. Does it
Starts-
actually?
Yeah.
With a B. Oh, he's so great. I'd ask you if you know the actor, but I already said
No.
his name. Oh.
Bart. His name is Bart the robot.
Same voice actor that does
Jake the
yeah,
dog.
Jake the dog. He also does a lot of other stuff.
Bender Bending Rodriguez.
That's
from
it,
Futurama.
Bender.
Bender Bending Rodriguez.
Homer Simpson.
What does he say?
Woohoo!
He does say
Donuts.
that. What's his
He
catchphrase?
strangles Bart.
No.
What's his catchphrase though?
This is catchphrase.
It's close to donuts.
It's close to donuts.
Shit. I don't watch The Simpsons that much either.
I haven't watched The Simpsons in over a decade.
Gil, do you know what he says? There we go.
Don't. I didn't think that was his catchphrase.
That was definitely
It's
his
just a
Oh.
reactionary
No.
thing.
No, that's
I know
definitely
you
a
don't know
catchphrase.
a lot, but the fact that you didn't know Bender and you don't know what he says, that bums me out.
What is Wolverine's catchphrase?
He has a catchphrase?
Yeah.
I mean, he has a word that he says a lot.
I don't know. I
He has
never
like a
read the
full-on-
X-Men.
He has a full-on
Phrase.
catchphrase.
I never read the X-Men.
He's a
comics.
full-on catchphrase.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, he says it in every game. I'm the
I've
best
never-
at what I do, and what I do isn't very nice.
Oh.
Is that
Really?
actually?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
that was
literally
his
his catchphrase.
I don't remember him
Do
saying
you,
that.
do you
in
know the
most of
sound
Spider-Man.
effect that they put every time he unleashes his claws, though?
It's like shing or some shit?
No, it's not shing.
No.
He's close though.
No, you're close.
Shong?
No, it's not
Shang?
shong. It's not shing. It's something Chinese sounding. It's
Kind of
schnicked. It's schnicked.
Yeah.
Don't they
Shit.
write that in the comics?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Because that's stupid.
Is that Vegeta?
What is Vegeta's famous move?
He has
I
like
don't
3 of them.
know.
No, he has one that is known. Like, I know what you're
It's a
thinking
TV
about.
show.
Is it actually what he's
Oh wait,
doing
no.
in
Which
the
one are
picture?
you thinking of? I know 2 that he does. That doesn't fucking. He can do the hand motion.
He's
doesn't he?
doing it right
All
now.
I think of when I see that is Kamehameha.
He's not doing. Vegeta would never do a
I
Kamehameha.
don't even really know the first word because it's not really a word. If it's the one I'm thinking of.
It starts with a G.
Yeah, okay, it's the one I'm thinking of then.
Yeah, no, you stumped me again.
It's the Gallic gun.
It's the Gallet.
I would.
Gallic.
I would have never
Gallic.
guessed that. I
Yeah.
would have
Okay,
never have guessed that.
I didn't like the first word. Like, isn't hardly a word.
I don't
That's-
know who that is or what that's
Oh, for
from at all.
God's sakes!
Dude, I think he has the book laying around here
I-
somewhere.
Oh,
thought
it's
we
from JoJo. isn't
Fucking
it?
what? Yeah. Yeah.
What's their name? Joseph or something?
No, it's not Joseph.
Joseph is a character.
Joseph is a character.
But it's not Joseph.
It's not
I
Joseph.
only know his name because I watched the Death Battle. I won't lie.
What's funny is that the displayed death battle with that same character was up there on the screen.
That
I
is
read
very
it,
true.
But I can't
You
remember
read
the
it,
name.
yeah. I fucking.
Does it
I
start
can't-
with an I or something?
No, it starts with a
Fuck!
J. It's a J name.
Yeah, starts with Joe because that leads into him being
Joe.
called JoJo.
I know you said this earlier.
Yeah.
It's not
Fuck my
Joseph.
life.
Something very Japanesey.
It's not very Japanesey.
It is something very Japanese.
Oh, it is
very-
something very
Yeah.
Japanesey.
Very Asian-y.
Yep.
This is not good. Kian's gonna kick my ass.
Oh, I'm not. I just find this funny. Do you remember what? Do you at least remember what he screams? Because I fucking.
No,
Oh.
I mean, I don't
my-
know if I know what he screams.
that's not the dude that goes. Oh my
No, that was
God."
Joe.
No, that's Joseph.
Oh, that one's Joseph. Okay.
Yeah, that's the old guy is Joseph.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Son of a bitch.
No,
You got
I
this,
don't
Zach.
know.
Come on.
No, I don't know.
Dig deep.
I
Dig
can't
deep.
think of it.
It's Jotaro Kuje. Do you know the name of his stand? We just were talking about this. Zach, we literally
Of his
before
what?
the name of the stand, name of his stand.
It took me a
Stand.
second actually, and I fucking yeah. Again, I wouldn't have known. I
Star
watched-
Platinum.
Yeah.
Oh.
He screams oro 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 oro. We had this, I
I
fucking
know.
talked to you about this
I
yesterday.
didn't know
I don't watch
This
it.
was the guy that was on that Twitter post.
that.
Moving on.
Zach
all
just-
I,
Zach
all
just,
I
like,
remember,
wades
all I
through
remember
life.
from that is from our conversations about you bringing up the social media stuff was Gil and the Coco movie. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
What does Yoda say? What is one of Yoda's most iconic lines to Luke
Live long and
Skywalker?
prosper.
Is it like fear leads to anger, anger leads to
No,
hate?
no, for this one.
Oh, wait, what episode is
it's-
this?
This is episode 5.
Are you talking about one of the fucking
That
most
doesn't look like
retarded?
Puppet.
That is a puppet.
That's Puppet Yoda.
No way.
That is Puppet
That's
Yoda.
Puppet
Puppet Yoda
Yoda.
looked worse.
No, that's
I mean-
Puppet Yoda from episode 5
Oh
Yeah.
god.
when he was on the Dagobah system.
Oh god.
He was on the Dagobah system.
When
he was
went-
on Dagobah, the fucking planet.
he was on the Dagobah system.
Yeah.
Luke,
He was on the
You
entire
must
system.
go to the Dagobah system.
Oh my god.
You got the Zach.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I
Well, it's
believe
one
it.
of the most retarded sayings ever. If it's the one I think it is.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a
Doing-
fan. It's
is
really
it about
dumb.
doing things?
Yes,
Alright.
Doing things.
it's about doing things.
God, it's been so long since I've watched episode 5.
Just make a guess.
No, I don't want want to.
Just make Zach.
No.
No one's gonna make fun of you if
Can
you
I give him like
do
the
that.
first?
Bullshit.
Can I give him like the first 2/3? See
Zach.
if he can finish it.
I won't make fun of you.
Bullshit.
So, do or do not.
That is. What is that? That is the question.
No.
That is not the question.
That is
is
the answer.
Part of
No.
the saying. What's the last part?
I can hear it, but I can't
Can I-
remember the
Instance.
last
Can I
one.
go? Can I
Do
go?
this or do not.
Can I?
There is
Yeah.
no trial.
There we go. Oh my gosh, good job. Who is this?
Ryu from Street Fighter.
What does he shoot? What is his special attack?
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
Really?
Wow.
How do you pronounce Arugan?
What? What was? What did he say?
I said Arugan.
Arugan?
Arugan.
That's the
Oh, Harugan?
It's a Dogen.
It's the same
but-
Doken, whatever.
The sandwich.
Really?
A Reuben.
Elsa.
What does she say?
Frozen? Is that the one that goes no? No,
Freeze, bitch.
no. Freeze, bitch. I never watched Frozen in full. That's the problem. I never watched Frozen in full, so how the fuck would I know?
It was a really famous song.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
was Let It Snow.
That's-
that one was not.
It was not Let It Snow.
That's a
It was
Christmas
Your-
Oh, I'm
song.
sorry. I'm sorry.
You're
Let It
close.
Go.
There we go.
I didn't know what you guys.
Wait, is that the?
Oh god.
Is that the other
You're
dude?
an idiot.
The name is fucking on there.
Yeah, yeah. But I was also just like, is that the dude that we had facing off against Elsa?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah, but you weren't gonna know the fucking this.
No, I wanted to know if that was the
Yeah.
dude that was facing Elsa. I saw the name in the
Holy
corner.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Do you know the type of magic he uses? It's a specific magic. You can't just say fire magic.
Then no, I don't remember.
It's a mythical creature.
It's
It's in
meant
his
to
last
kill
name.
him.
Does that say dragon?
Yeah.
So a mythical creature in his last
Dragon.
name is either an eel or a
dragon? I'm going with dragon.
What kind of dragon magic?
What the fuck, guys?
Meant to kill. What's
Yeah.
another word for kill?
Murder.
Fire
I
and
knew it.
dragon.
I was like, he's gonna say murder.
Okay.
Murder.
What does Santa Claus ride in?
A sleigh.
What's another word for kill?
Sleigh.
So,
Sleigh.
dragon.
Sleigh.
Okay.
Follow that up
Think
with a
of-
suffix.
I'm done with this.
Think of
I'm
it as
done.
a profession.
I'm feeling so
Someone
humiliated
hunts,
right
they
now.
are a
I'm
hunter.
done. No, I'm done.
Someone-
Fuck this.
Someone
I'm
hunts.
done.
They are a hunter.
I'm done.
So
I'm
if
done.
Who
someone
is
slays,
this?
I'm done. I don't know who the fuck
Who
that
is
is.
this?
I actually do not
Really?
know who this is.
That's actually.
Oh, must have been Gil who watched it. I thought he was. You watched this?
Can you give a guess? Do you
no,
have an
I
idea?
have no idea what this is from.
Do you,
No idea who it
What the
is,
fuck
what
is
it's
on
from.
his chest?
It's got a that's Scar from Akainu.
No
I don't
idea
know
what
what the
this
fuck
is
This
that
from.
is Luffy
means.
from One Piece.
Oh.
Yeah. I knew
How
that.
many
Who
are
is
there?
this?
Fuck.
Man, I was proposing him in a fight earlier. Come on now.
Oh my god.
Gimli?
Holy shit. This is the fucking fourth time in a row.
I am so sick of these.
Do you want us to get the poster out?
Yeah, that'd be
No, not
that'd be
yet.
a pretty good idea.
He said the name.
Yeah,
Gimli.
I said Gimli.
Is it Gimli?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said Gimli.
I said Gimli.
Glad.
You didn't hear me say Gimli?
No, I did not. I thought you were gonna fucking say some other dumb shit.
No,
like
but then
did.
you were just like, no. And then I was like, fuck, it's not Gimli.
You know this.
Kyle and... Fuck. Oh my god.
He was a character in it.
Why do you know one but not the other? That's
Because
not
all I
right.
remember is, God damn it, Kyle!
That's
That's
fair.
all I remember.
So do you know who said that then?
Yeah, Cartman.
Okay. So he knows.
The other character was
what are the other two
also had
names?
this name in it. The main character in it.
Okay, I don't.
Oh my god, I'm so retarded.
I made jokes about this the whole time we watched the movie.
Were they both named Kyle and whatever? Or
No,
was it
they
just-
were just that one character.
Okay.
had the name.
That'd been really funny if that was
Oh,
though.
yeah.
That'd been I would have been like all up on that joke.
This name is
Can I-
also featured in American Dad as one of the main characters.
Stan.
There you have
There we go.
There we go.
Stan! Stern!
What is the most iconic line these two have said?
I don't
Oh,
know.
wow, fuck if I know.
Oh my God, you killed
Oh,
Kenny,
oh,
you bastards.
yeah. That's fair.
I never watched
Can
this
you
version
name-
of Power Rangers.
Oh boy.
I never watched this version
Yeah.
of Power Rangers.
They still have the same name from the movie.
Yeah. Can you name the
I
Power
fucking
Rangers?
Is there
couldn't.
one like Alex or some
Oh,
shit?
that's too.
What? No.
That's the Green Ranger.
Is it the Green Ranger?
Green Ranger.
There's
is
a guy
not
dressed in
this
green. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's not
I don't
his
know
name,
fuck
is it?
all about. Well, no, they have actual names. I think.
All
Yeah,
right,
they
I will
all
give
have
you the
actual
names.
I don't know.
There's
Fuck all
Tommy, Jason, Billy,
Jason's the
Zach,
red one, I know that for
Kimberly,
sure.
and Trini.
There's
Which
also
is which?
Zach.
There's
Like
Zach's
those,
the Black
The
Ranger.
pink,
Zach's the Black
the pink
Ranger.
one sounds like
Wait,
a
can-
Kimberly.
Yeah, the pink one is Kimberly. Wait,
Trini, Tommy, Billy.
Which
Billy
one's-
is the blue one.
Okay.
Tommy's the green one, and who was the last one?
Trini.
Trini.
Yeah, that's the yellow ranger.
Okay, that's good. See, as long as you give you context.
As long as you could give me the
Who
names.
is this?
What the fuck?
What is that?
He's on our next fight.
Oh,
he is.
god damn it.
We've had this conversation.
Started.
Link versus.
How do you pronounce his name again? Sal something?
Sal?
Sal?
Solaire?
Solaire, yeah.
There we go.
Solaire.
Yeah.
Better call Saul.
Don't just leave it at that. Just give me
Yeah,
that.
it's a layer of a story.
How many are there?
That was it. That was 17. How you doing? How you feeling, Zach? You feel more confident?
No, I feel humiliated
seven
You
right
finally
now.
got Gimli.
You finally got to get that was
Yeah.
positive. Now I'm
Big
time
progress.
to put like
you
another.
nearly destroyed
alternate-
that because you said no, that's not.
I'm gonna put
And I was
another
like,
Lord of the
holy
Rings
fuck.
character in. I'm just gonna fuck with him.
I'm gonna
Like every time we do this, it's like Lord of the Rings character, and we're not gonna do this all the
Why?
time. It's fucking funny. Zach,
But why the Lord of the Rings
Because
characters?
it's fucking funny to me
You refuse
because
to watch the movies.
So if I watch the movies, will you guys stop?
I
I'll
might.
stop putting Lord of the Rings characters
I'll,
in there.
yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't have that much time on my hands to watch all the
You
Lord of
do.
the Rings
You
movies.
absolutely do.
I don't want to though. That's the problem.
Now we have a couple of questions to answer.
Oh,
fuck.
you?
Yeah, actually, let's go back into a timeline before we do it. Like the 1 year. It's been 1 year since this all started.
Yeah.
You were the only one who was here when it started.
Yeah, when it
Yeah.
all started.
And then it was me.
You
Then
you
it was
started.
Gil.
I came in the summer.
You started here with D&D though. You didn't come in for the podcast stuff.
Yeah. That started pretty quick after that.
Yeah, I know. Because you would show up early, and I'm like, oh hey, what's up? He's like,
Yeah.
"Hey."
Then it was Gil.
And then Gil. Well, John first.
Well, yeah, but John's not here.
John came along, and John's like, do you want to play Dungeons and Dragons? Like, yeah, we have a D&D game. You can come play with us. And John sat in the E3 news, and we were like, all right, John, you're here.
Max and Ryan came and left.
Max and Ryan came in and left. Ryan,
They will be forever missed. Rest
I
in
got
peace.
I got like a nice
Actually-
somber text when Ryan left though. He's like, I like promised myself if I wasn't having fun with stuff like this anymore, I wouldn't do it. So like I feel bad. I'm like, it's fine. At least you're like telling me that you did it, and that's cool.
I mean, having fun with it is what's important.
Mhm.
Right, and I like 100% agree. And I'm like, Ryan, I'm not mad at you, you stupid bitch.
You rat bastard son of a bitch! No.
God damn it! Oh no, but no, it
Stalk
was
him like
We
an
had the
ex-girlfriend.
intern for
Just
a
like
short
drive
while.
by his
the
house.
intern was a short while, and he still wants to come back,
I mean,
but he's like,
still kind of part of it.
he's
Sends
busy.
key and stuff.
He's busy with stuff, and like
He's grounded.
he's
How
grounded
is he
a lot.
still grounded?
He gets grounded a lot.
He gets grounded. He gets in
Zach,
trouble a lot.
I was grounded for 7 months as a child.
Depends what you
No,
do.
I think
Yeah.
it was actually like 5.
What did you do? Skin a cat?
No, I scratched a truck, but there's more to it.
Ah, okay. But
You had
like,
it coming?
It was more. No, it was more like my dog scratched a truck.
yeah.
It's complicated.
And then like, you know, and then like we had a wrestling podcast at first, and then Jesse died, and that was a sad time.
Never got
Yeah.
to finish the tournament of blood.
Never got to finish the tournament of blood, which I want to try to do next year. It's just so
You mean
happened
this year?
this year, but it just so happened that like when it happened, I just kind of like,
It was kind of awkward though.
yeah,
Let's make the bracket smaller. That way we can get through it quicker.
yeah. I didn't even think it was the bracket being smaller thing. It was just like a, it was just a,
Very opinionated.
it's opinionated, but it was a hard like, it's hard to do something that
Dracula wins.
someone else, yeah, okay. non-canonly, Gil wants Blackula to win, so we'll just go with Blackula wins.
Somehow, the Antichrist lost in the first round. I'm still pissed off. The actual Antichrist.
It's just a kid, dude. Get over
A
it.
kid with Satan powers.
Not all of the same powers.
I knew I should have put Dracula versus Blackula as my final lineup. I just didn't want to do it.
Blackula wins.
Blackula.
Well, yeah, because he's just Dracula, but with black powers.
Yeah, it was so
Exactly.
it was nice to see that, and then it was and then we started John kept bringing me video game news, and then it kept getting shoehorned in, and I'm like,
somewhere along the lines, was it dragged Zach in?
yeah, and
I tagged along one time.
I was like,
And then I
You're a
became a regular.
mistake.
yeah, I don't know how Zach, yeah,
I'm the stepchild that was just thrown in here.
and then
All Asians welcome.
Except Jay, apparently.
Max
Me
joke
too.
is
Jay-
he's always welcome.
Jay
Jay
decides
came in
not
and
to
brought his
take
2
part.
cents about how semen powers would work for you.
No,
Yeah.
you talk mostly
And
about
pennies.
the Star Wars.
I say Jay's
Oh,
been
yeah, the
busy with
pennies
plays
one.
and stuff,
Yeah.
but we get him in here every now and then.
Yeah, but my thing.
He makes
is,
a cameo appearance.
I love the joke that Ryan had. He's like, you're just gonna bring all your ex-girlfriends onto this podcast. I'm like, no, it just so happens they get mad when I'm busy on Saturdays. I'm like, just come over and we can hang out. And then this.
Yeah.
I mean, so far, you're shooting pretty clear. N for N. Or X for X.
Holy
We're talking about
Man,
shit.
that's meaner than anything I've said about anyone.
Oh man, that's you know what, and that's fine.
I'm using math terms.
Right, but then we go into got some questions. Someone asked what are good recommendations for shows on Netflix or Hulu or any other streaming service that you would recommend and why?
Depends on your taste.
That's kind of what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Is I'd recommend Daredevil, and then if you like Daredevil, move on to the rest of the Defenders. But
Avoid
it's
Iron Fist.
if you don't really like
Avoid Iron
superhero
Fist.
stuff,
You're not gonna
probably not gonna like Daredevil. It's still a good show, but it's not it's hard to
Generally,
explain the hand and stuff to just someone who's new.
Streaming services like that generally recommend things on their own, just based on your
That's
watch
true. I
history
mean, I
and
watched
preferences.
Breaking Bad this year. Watched that back in the summer.
I guess,
recommend that if you haven't seen it.
If I want to be that person, I have a couple.
You're gonna be that person
Hellsing was
regardless, so
pretty
just
good.
go for it.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend. This is if you have Hulu, you get an abundance of anime streamings. I would recommend the combination of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Diamonds is Unbreakable Part 4 is on there. It is the sub and not the dub, so you'd have to read subtitles.
Gross.
I recommend that. Another thing on Hulu is all of Archer is on Hulu, and
That's true, yeah, Archer.
I recommend Archer. Oh, right. So, do you? I would also, but I'll get to it when we're done with this. I would recommend if you have streaming services such as Funimation and Crunchyroll. I would recommend My Hero Academia, both sub and dub. I love the dub a bit better, just because it sounds very comic book like with American voice cast. Also, I would recommend Voltron Legendary Defenders if you're a big fan of Avatar, The Last Airbender, and The Legend of Korra. That's the same team that did it.
And our Power Rangers.
And
Or you could just
'Cause I mean-
watch Avatar: The Last Airbender as well.
I mean, you could, but there's no streaming service for that. They took it off and everything.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Hulu also has Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, and Pinky and the Brain.
Nostalgia fuel.
So,
Watch the Legend of Zelda cartoon.
I would recommend that.
Yeah,
YouTube has the
don't
Legend.
do
Yeah, I was
that.
gonna say YouTube.
If
has
you
the
want to
Le-
get a few
I
laughs,
forgot that was
watch
a
that.
thing we did actually.
Yeah, YouTube has the Legend of Zelda cartoon.
If you want some
they
good laughs,
also
watch
have
that.
the Mortal Kombat animation
Well,
cartoon.
excuse me, princess.
YouTube also, actually, I want to do just a shameless plug because I love Hajime no Ippo. YouTube has the English dub of Hajime no Ippo on there, and I would recommend that. And that's all I really got.
Kung Fury, that's on Netflix. Give it a watch if you haven't.
Agreed. Is
It's
it
not-
back on Netflix?
It's on YouTube.
It was on Netflix. Well, if nothing else, it's on Steam, which Steam accounts are free. The movie's free. Watch it on Steam.
Genius.
Cobra.
I was bit by a cobra and struck by
By
lightning
lightning
at the same time.
What about you, Zach? Do you have any good recommendations for shows? Zach likes the Shawshank Redemption that's played on AMC like once a month. So if you want to
I'd
watch
say,
that,
Tiger Mask.
Tiger Mask W on Crunchyroll.
Futurama. If you haven't seen that, that's fantastic.
It has Bender Bending Rodriguez.
Favorite character?
Olay.
Oh, what about you,
Does
Gil?
he
Do you have
actually
any
say
good-
Olay?
Robot Devil.
No.
Oh.
Robot Devil's a weird
I
creation.
fucking love the
He's
Robot
funny.
Devil. He's so funny.
He doesn't even have to be though either. He just does just outlandish shit that just is like humorous. It's like
Is that on Futurama?
Yes.
Yeah, the Robot Devil is fucking
What about-
hilarious.
What about you, Gil? Do you have any good recommendations to?
Well, like I said, it just depends on your preferences. Usually those sites, depending on your watch history, recommend
I
things.
know, but there's
to
got to
you.
be like a show that you would like people to know about. Like it's
I
always
mean,
a thing.
that's the thing is like most of the stuff I watch is already big. Like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, fantastic
Yeah.
show.
I dig it.
But I mean, I feel like people already know.
Yeah,
It's-
generally
It's on
just-
TBS now.
Got fucking Terry Crews in it.
Most of the stuff I'd recommend was
Adam,
recently come out
Andy
is being
Samberg.
advertised to hell, where it's just.
I was asked,
I would already know about it.
do you guys listen to other podcasts? If so, what podcasts? And do you guys have any favorite YouTubers you enjoy watching, and have any like inspiration from when you watch it?
Mm,
There's this thing called Death Back.
Yeah,
you can.
no, I
Yeah.
don't know. That's tricky for me because like I obviously take a lot from people that I watch, just
Yeah.
interesting facts.
Right. But it's not like you're just like plagiarizing. Like
No.
when Fictional Fight Club became a thing, my goal was not like obviously I'm like no I don't we
Death
don't
Battle inspired, but not.
yeah we don't have an
cookie
animation.
cutter.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not an
we don't have an
animation team.
animation team. We don't go nearly as in depth. It's very basic. It's far more opinion based.
The
Yeah.
idea that I had for Fictional Fight Club was, hey, each one of us we'd all choose a fight, and then we'd split into like maybe a team of one or two, and just do
Like we
research.
are for next week.
Do research on certain things because we thought it would be interesting, and then bring up that argument. Obviously, that has worked because we spent 30 fucking minutes arguing between Natsu versus Elsa. That was the most heated argument we've had
Yeah,
in
that was
in Fictional Fight Club.
that
Like
was a joke fight.
we
Yeah.
talked about the Witch King of Angmar and the Lich King. We're like, oh, the Witch King would probably win. But then it's like, fuck you, Natsu would win. Fuck you, Elsa would win.
What was the
We're
first
still going
fight?
over that. It's been 3 weeks.
What was
Yeah.
the first fight we ever did? What was it from the card?
Batman versus Moon Knight, wasn't it?
Batman versus Moon Knight. Yeah, no, Batman versus Moon Knight was our first fight because that was the first time Gil was like, huh, Eli did all this work, and I just looked on the Wikipedia page.
I mean, it was still relatively detailed, but I did not go as in depth as he did. I commend you for that. That's beautiful.
He went,
Eli could have written a fucking
Eli went
essay
to
for
fucking
college.
armor and shit, and Gil's like, oh,
I was,
Moon Knight just has
I've a lot-
adamantium. I didn't talk about the tensile strength of adamantium.
what really got me is it was around the time there was a school shooting. Now I've got all this like stuff on my Google that's about like, could this vest stop a bullet? It's like
Oh my
very
God.
specified. It's like, could it stop this caliber of bullet? What does this mean exactly on guns? It's just like, oh boy,
Oh,
that
man.
looks bad.
It's a good
One
thing.
thing-
You're not, it's a good thing you take online classes.
Yeah.
Do you
To
you
try
guys have
40
like
minutes.
certain YouTubers and podcasters you enjoy listening to or
Yeah.
watching?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if so, woohoo! I would just like to point out, like, I do have a very big respect for like the Screw Attack people and Rooster Teeth. I love it. Like,
I'm going there.
But I am going there. I
Yeah.
get to go visit that. That's pretty dope. I love Super Eye Patch Wolf. I think he's, for at least my anime stuff that I've been working on, like, it's not why you should watch it. He does these why you should. Whereas, like, when I was writing things like, should you give it a shot? It's like, obviously I'm going to be at the end, yes, give it a shot if you want to. But I'm going to give you reasons why you should or should not watch it. And then you just go on and watch it if you want to after a review. Whereas he's like, this is why you should read and do it. I'm like, I want to change that concept up where it makes it it makes it more easier to digest that, like, these are the things that might interest you. These are
It
the
gives them
things
the
that-
bait.
Yeah.
Now they have to choose to be real.
Right. Which is, if it doesn't work, fine. I don't like a lot of Mother's Basement stuff, but there's a few things that I find super interesting on his channel when he does stuff.
When he reviewed Corey in the House.
When if you review Corey in the House is fucking solid, but I know that he and I have different opinions. Like the Pacific Rim opinion he has, I have a little bit of a different one. Like I like Pacific Rim, but I don't think it was a shit on Guillermo del Toro's work. I think it was more of a marketing ploy, but I don't. Yeah,
The
it's
second one or
the second one.
Yeah.
He really hated it, which is like again, it's an understandable hated thing. Also like the Game Grumps. Game Grumps are pretty funny. I just watched them do the Dragon Ball Fighter Z thing and just could not stop laughing.
Fighters.
What? Fuck you. I would actually say that Double Toasted was the reason why that I started doing podcasts, because like they originally, when I was in middle school, I listened to their podcast, which was weird. I didn't know that podcasts were a thing in middle school. Like I was just like, oh, this is a thing, and I was like, why is there words and no videos? And I just like started listening to it. And I'm like, oh, this is actually super interesting. And like they did League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which was this geek podcast that like, if you were wondering why when we originally started the podcast there was just a topic and a news, it was that format. And then it ended up becoming news and then a topic, and then it became just news, then it became video game news. It's evolved.
Mixed with movie and TV news.
It's evolved. It's evolved, guys. Also, another one is there's this artist, I can't remember his name, but he does soap paintings, chalk and soap paintings. He uses like bars of soap and chalk and just fucking just draw shit.
That's cool.
Super relaxing. Like,
It seems weird.
yeah, it is. It's weird. Like, gunpowder art is another thing I enjoy watching. They like place gunpowder, and then they click the match when they're done, and it makes a super cool picture. That's the thing he made was a zebra. I was like, majestic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also watch a lot of What Culture too. I don't know why. I just find it enjoyable. So I don't like the Watch Mojo top 10s anymore. I feel like they've gotten lackluster.
Well, they're reusing material.
Yeah. Because it's like best anime fights of 2012. I'm like, god damn it.
It's I don't know. I've seen a few of those.
What about you, Zach? You watch a lot of.
For gaming, I watch more Vanoss Gaming, I Am Wildcat, Funhouse.
Do you watch a lot of wrestling videos though too? Like who
Yeah.
do you like recommend?
Wrestling. One podcast I listen to a lot is Saw Monster Sounds Off. And for YouTube channels, Wrestling with Regret. That's about it.
That's okay. What about you, Eli? There's a.
I watch a lot of the Official podcast. I don't know if any of you ever heard that. It's fairly new. It started a little over a year ago. They started in December of a year ago. So it was while I was in Sioux City that I started doing that. And they're very along our lines of like, I don't know, very like obnoxious humor, I guess, and just weird subjects. Like one of the main questions they ask their guests is like, how much do you jack off? Like that's their go-to question because it just throws people off and stuff.
That's a solid answer.
Yeah.
Solid question.
Eventually, you'd think somebody would catch on and just be like,
17 days.
But
In a row. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
God.
stop. I just was drinking protein shakes all the time.
How do you stay awake that long
Yeah,
consecutively
Jesus.
without any health
Energy drinks.
Red
Energy
Bull.
drinks.
After
Red
Red
Bull.
Bull. After
But
Red
don't
Bull.
forget, Rocher Bro sponsored by Red Bull.
Yeah, no, but no, I listen to them, and obviously I listen to Screw Attack as well.
I just think they're cool dudes too. I think that's like the
yeah,
one
they're
thing.
far better people than I am.
Yeah.
But
What about you, Gil? Do you have any YouTubers you enjoy to listen to?
Mainly watching Funhouse, Vanoss Gaming, that kind of some of the stuff Zach does. I also recently gotten back into watching Planet Dole and stuff.
You were watching some weird ass creepypasta one.
Oh, that too. Rob Dyke.
Yeah.
Those that
Rob
scared the
Dyke.
shit out of me that one
Yes.
night.
Sometimes I get in the mood to watch scary stuff. I don't know
And it's
why.
always when I'm around,
It's
too.
not
No,
even scary
no.
shit. It's just like weird shit. Like,
I
it wasn't
know,
like,
but it scares me.
it wasn't, like I get that, but like it was just weird ass shit. Some of the things like he was talking about, and this is what happens, and
Like I've heard of what was the one of the thing that looks like a turtle and it grabs people and
the
brings
Kappa
them- Yeah, I've heard of that one before.
that like takes
Urban Legends.
Yeah.
takes your soul through your anus.
Yeah, I've
That's
heard
a good
that
time.
one.
Also, no, I would like to also Rage Select is one of the video game ones I like because they do video game playthroughs, and they are too also like us. But when they play video games, they say some really funny, fucked up shit. They have a playthrough of Red Dead Redemption, and they named John Marsden Gary Marzipan. It's really funny. And Batman is named Loco Steve in their Arkham Knight playthrough.
Loco Steve.
It's funny. I would also recommend The Modern Rogue if you're really just into like watching dudes do dumb shit. I just recently watched them turn styrofoam into a usable knife that can stab people.
I believe it.
Yeah, using nail polish remover and like industrial styrofoam, you can make a knife.
I mean, that's good to know in a pinch.
They also did this really cool one about making your Nerf gun high caliber powered Nerf guns, like literally nerfing your Nerf guns to make them more powerful.
That's not nerfing.
That would be
Not
the
nerf. It's anti-nerfing.
Upgrade.
They upgrade the Nerf gun.
Don't want to get those high-powered caliber Nerf guns in our schools.
Also, I recommend Tekken 101 if you guys are anime
yeah.
reviewers, anime likers, and you like One Piece, because Tekken 101 is very interesting. He started out reviewing Bleach. I started following him right after Bleach ended, and I was just really, I like Kisuke Urahara from Bleach. He's the mentor. And I have a weird thing, my favorite characters in any anime series is probably the mentor character. Love Roshi. Love Kisuke. Love fucking Silver Rayleigh from One Piece. And he does a lot of those in-depth videos for One Piece and Bleach. So if you're a big One Piece fan, I'd go to there. Rogers Base is another good, just One Piece one to go to. I don't know if anyone else watches One Piece that is our listeners, but I'd go to there. That's all I really got. I watched the Twitch reboot marathon, the 24-hour reboot marathon. Yeah, that show is fucking garbage.
And it's getting a reboot?
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Reboot is being
not
rebooted,
good,
everyone.
No, people, when that reboot trailer for the reboot of Reboot came out, everyone's like, oh, this show looks stupid. This is definitely not the show I grew up with. And then I rewatched the show I grew up with. I'm like, that's not how computers work. This is fucking dumb. And I wrote that down, and everyone's like, Kian, how could you say that about Reboot? I'm like, well, I'll
I
explain.
can say it because that's not how computers work.
By the way, a lot of the way computers work isn't how they actually work in TV.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like hacking.
Yeah.
Oh no, he stopped me with
You don't-
internet memes.
You don't
That's
furiously
not
type
how
on your
any of them
keyboard
work.
to hack.
No, there was and I remember it because my uncle was like that too. He's like, that's not how computers work. I'm like, shut up, Uncle Robert, this looks cool. And now as an adult, I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is definitely not how
You were
computers
right,
work.
Uncle Robert. That isn't how computers work.
And those design, everyone's like, it's the first 3D animated TV show. I'm like, yeah, those designs are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No, the only other one I've got is I watch Neebs Gaming. They're the people who made Battlefield Friends. Have you ever seen any of that?
I guess there's
They do
some.
a podcast too.
I guess some anti-YouTube videos I don't like. Hey the Gary mod dudes who use he has an owl head.
Vanos.
Oh man, I know you guys like him, but
No.
cannot stand him.
Vanos? You don't like Vanos?
Philip DeFranco's also really good.
Oh yeah,
That's
he
where I
is
go
too.
for my news.
I like Philip DeFranco too. I'm not a big fan of PewDiePie.
He's alright. I like that he's just doing whatever the fuck he feels like now. I know everyone else hates it. I'm kind of a fan of it now.
Does he
H Bomber
drop-
guy is actually another guy I enjoy listening to.
I watch Aussie Man reviews every now and then, which I feel like all of you have probably seen at some point.
Yep.
Because his shit goes viral on Facebook. It's just all over the place. You've probably still seen them through people who've seen them on Facebook.
Coyote Peterson is one of those things I watch just because it's watch me at, we've had this conversation where, I like Coyote Peterson, but I also dislike him Because it's like, watch me get bit by this thing. I'm like, oh, I really want to watch this.
Fuck.
Just
Yeah.
hope you die, though. No, you're like, fuck!
I
Never
watched
seen
the
it.
Paul brothers. Not at all, but
I feel you.
I watched their demise.
I think everybody
with
did.
great interest.
That was weird. That was a weird demise because it really wasn't a demise. They still made money.
Oh, they made more money.
They're
Yeah.
still uploading videos.
Blows my fucking mind.
Wasn't their account? Wasn't the worst they got was their accounts were just temporarily suspended?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But, yeah. I don't know. I watch a dose of Buckley. It's just, yeah.
And someone asked, what is your favorite guilty pleasure movie and why? Like, it's critically bad, and, like, it's just known as a really
Probably the prequels.
bad movie.
Like, honestly, it's either the prequels or Space Jam. I don't know if that's critically bad, though.
Though everyone, like, I'm the anti-Space, everyone loves Space Jam. I fucking hate it.
Alright.
You
Yes,
are good.
probably the prequels is my best answer then.
Yeah, probably the same for me too.
God, you pieces of shit.
Well, I don't
Good.
think Hot Tub Time Machine 2 was received well by critics, but I fucking love that movie. I
God.
love that movie.
He's more of a
Hot
scumbag
Tub
than
Time
me.
Machine 2 is a fucking hilarious movie.
I'm gonna go with the Mortal Kombat movie as my guilty pleasure movie to go
Oh,
to.
that's worse than the prequels.
Dude,
Fuck.
oh, it is not worse than the
It's actually-
prequel.
You
The
really
CGI
think
is way
it's
worse.
that bad considering that song just came out so well?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think. No, see, the Mortal Kombat movie had a small ass budget, Eli, and they worked with that small ass budget pretty well.
That's fair.
Whereas you look at the Star Wars prequels, they had an enormous budget, and they did not do that pretty well with their budget.
That's fair.
They tried with the special effects.
With Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
or the prequels, because the prequels is just all flash and no filler.
Now, to be fair, the prequels had George Lucas. All right. That's way worse than a small budget.
I guess another guilty pleasure movie I'd have is Spider-Man 3. know
I
people
like
hate
that
Spider-
movie
yeah,
too.
really
I like that
Spider-Man.
movie.
I like
When I found
I
out
like
people,
all the Tobey Maguire
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
when
good,
I found
okay.
out people hated Spider-Man 3, I was like, why?
Well, no, I get why people hate it, and I kind of
Well, yeah, now I do.
dislike some of it, but as a movie, it's still solid. As
Oh,
a
thank
Spider-Man
God.
movie, it's still
I
solid.
Yeah,
like
you're
thought
not
I was
wrong.
the
I like
only one who
Spider-Man 3.
liked Spider. Like Ryan used to make fun of me for that. I'm like, I like
Honestly,
Spider-Man
I actually forgot that movie
3. Existed. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I just watched it.
Honestly, like the
days
only
ago.
part of that movie I really don't like is Topher Grace's Venom. I just don't think he's a good fit for it.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird one.
He was in Predators. I just watched that movie the other night. That movie was weird
Yeah.
too.
But I'd say Spider-Man 3 over the other ones that I
No,
listed.
I'd say the
off.
prequels.
Spider-Man
Way more
3.
people hate the prequels than
What about you,
Spider-Man.
Gil? Do you have a guilty pleasure?
Yeah, Star
movie?
Wars Episode 3 is probably one of them too, because I really like that movie.
I really liked it.
Will Smith's Wild Wild West is actually another movie that's like ridiculously fucking dumb.
I've never
I
seen
like
that.
Hancock. I know a lot of people don't much care for it.
I don't like Hancock because like they make Will Smith the good hero, like they usually do at the end. Like I would have liked if
Yeah,
Hancock
but-
was just a straight up douche throughout the entire movie.
But I like that he is just a douche throughout most of the movie. And that things don't work out like he plans, like he tries to stop a train, it just fucking derails and shit. It's-
Yeah, I get you.
It's because he just, instead of actually trying to stop it, he just stood in front of it.
Well,
But
yeah.
Gil, do you have a guilty pleasure movie that you can go to that everyone else feels like it's weird that you like?
It's Coco.
No, that
That
movie's
was
gotten
well
praise.
received,
Yeah.
That movie's too well received for this. Like, the worst I can think of is Guyver. The second one, not the first. You have an internet.
Fuck is Guyver? I've never
Like,
heard
is
of
it
that.
like MacGyver or
Guyver. Guyver.
What the fuck is Guy? Oh, a bio boosted robot? Is it what?
No,
The f-
there's an actual English movie for it.
like, is it live action?
Yeah. It's really not that good. Dark Hero.
Holy shit! It's this movie.
Yep.
Oh god. Oh, that's fucking right. Oh, I know it. Jesus.
Never heard of it.
Me either.
Exactly.
That's right. Mark Hamill was in the first one.
And then he died. Spoilers.
That's right. Mark Hamill played God. Jesus Christ, Gil. Okay, yeah. You win.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you win.
Wins the obscure movie contest. I guess.
Congratulations.
All right, so that's been the 1 year. Thank you guys. Don't forget to, if you would like, subscribe, and share. And you guys have a good day. Unfortunately, we might be on a hiatus. I might be putting stuff out with like my cousin and siblings with some geek news and video game news, because like I know my cousins play video games and stuff.
You're gonna be gone for a
Placing
week?
us for
I'm gonna
season
be gone
2.
for a week.
Alright.
I'm gonna be at a wedding in Texas. Remember?
Yep.
I didn't know how long you were gonna actually be
It's-
gone.
yeah,
I just
but-
figured it was an over the weekend thing.
And
Yeah.
I'm also going to be doing stuff. So.
So thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Alright.
Later.
Later.